What's good, YouTube? What's good, y'all? So I wanted to come at y'all with a video showing a free-to-play guide, man. The best free-to-play guide I could come up with. Trying to put everything into a video. If I need this part 2, I will make one, but I just wanted to put everything into a video for you guys that are free-to-play. And I have some tips in there if you're low spenders, like very, very low, like battle pass, maybe a welcome every now and then. If you're that level, I do have advice for you guys as well. So if you're that level, I have advice for you. So stick through the video and I got you. But the first thing I want to talk about is materials and stuff of that nature, like books and stuff like that. So under my recommendation, and I think you probably heard this before, maybe not, I think that you shouldn't go for anything or farm anything that is for a character that you don't really need. So like as you can see, I farmed up enough to get Aya to level 90 already. I do need 2 more of those materials right there, but I've got enough to get him all the way to level 90. I'm trying to get his stuff for his talents, and that goes into what I wanted to say. Focus on talents, character level first, before artifacts. Artifacts are not guaranteed. There's no guarantee that you're gonna get a good artifact, so you're gonna be wasting resin when you could be getting guaranteed stuff that you need. So like I said, I'm going for Ayato, so I'm getting everything I need for him. I farmed up his talents, I farmed up his boss materials and everything that you actually need for him to get him all the way to level 90. And then I started working on his artifacts. And I do have a decent artifact set for him, but it's not as good as it could be. But I can work on that over time instead of working on that before he comes out and completely doing it. I do have time to get his artifacts that without, wasting any materials or wasting my time going forward and not getting good stuff in the first place. But as you can see, I do want to talk about investing in your characters. You can see, I made a mistake that I don't want you guys to make that same mistake if you're beginners in this game or if you're still getting new into the game. As you can see, I have so many characters leveled up. And I have played the game for a while, so a lot of characters that I will have more characters leveled up than you if you are a beginner. And if you're not completely a beginner and you're still into the game, or you're kind of a veteran at this point, you know that investing into a lot of characters is not the greatest idea. Don't invest into every character that you get. Invest in characters that you think that you'll need. I think the most characters you should invest into is 8 characters in total, 2 main DPS, 3 supports, 4 the Spiral Abyss, if you care about that. And as you can see, by me investing into those characters' levels and stuff, I'm not able to, and I do not have the talents at a high enough level that makes it to where they're very, very effective. They're not as effective as they could be. So I think it's, like I said, it's better to focus on talents and a few characters levels more than their artifacts per se. And that's a mistake that I made throughout my gameplay that I don't want you guys to make. I think that you guys can really be very, very efficient and have everything that you need to go into a Spiral Abyss and being able to be everything that you need, being able to be everything in the game. You see, like when we get down to these lower characters, I only have 4, talent level 4, and it's hard because I have the constellations, but if I didn't, their talent levels would be very low. As you can see, I've stopped leveling up certain characters' talents and stuff now, and their levels. So I have them in these low-level characters back here that I'm not really worried about right now. Farzan is a character I do want to start working on soon. I'm going to start farming up materials, getting her talents, and then getting her artifacts for a character. But like I said, you need to make sure you're focusing on the teams that you need for the Spiral Abyss or anything like that. Well, next thing I want to talk about is getting your books. Before AR 45 or Adventure Rank 45, you should be focusing on getting books and talents mostly. Do not worry about artifacts yet before AR 45, because at AR 45 you unlock guaranteed 5-star or gold artifacts. That is way more value than a 4-star artifact. And getting guaranteed 5 stars means that you have a higher chance of getting the 5-star artifact that you actually would need. The next thing I want to say is play the events. If you're on the game, you don't have to play the game all the time. I don't play the game all the time. If you are on the game and there's an event, make sure you're working towards finishing that event, because it gives us so many materials and so many resources that you need to be able to get the things that you want in this game. And do these test runs that come out too. When new characters release, test runs come out with them, and it's very nice to be able to do those and get little materials and get a little different stuff that you need for those characters and other things. Another thing I want to say is make sure you're working on your quests. You need to keep completing your quests and going through the story and doing all of it, everything like that. And another thing I want to say is, if there's a character that you really want, make sure you're going and getting their actual material that they need from the world. As you can see, I have farmed up 128 Sakura blooms. That's not exactly how many I need, but I already have the route ready. So whenever ISO comes out, I'll be able to get the rest of the Sakura blooms for him. So as you can see, I already have enough stuff to get him level 90 early before I even get to that point, so that I know exactly what I need and I can have everything for him when he comes out. Another thing I want to say is, on these expeditions, what I do for the expeditions is I usually go for materials that I really need for like food or something like that. And I also go for mining materials or like ores, so that I have the every week you get the battle pass, which I'm gonna sell soon. For the battle pass, you need mining ores and stuff for food materials to create that to get your battle pass XP. So I do that so I don't have to actually go out and actually mine by myself. But if you're really new to the game, you might actually have to go mine for yourself. But like I said, the battle pass is a good thing to complete. If you are a low spender, like I said earlier in the video, I was going to talk about a little bit stuff for low spenders. Buy the battle pass. The battle pass has very good value, and there's nothing wrong with buying it. Just because you're putting the money into a game that you really enjoy, that's a good thing. You should be able to support the developers and the people that made the game. And like I said, the Welkin. It's very good. It's only $5 a month. You get a very good value for that $5. And when you come in here after you summon, make sure you're buying the Intertwined Fate. The Intertwined Fate has very high value. You can get 5 of that every update. I think it's once a month. And then here, you're gonna make sure that you only summon for characters that you really want. Don't summon for every character. It's not worth it, because if you get a character you don't want, you have no way to recover from that. But if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.